Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aaron Walherter, and I'm here to conduct this training program, which is designed to help each of you kind of attenuate back pain or any back issues that you might be experiencing. Obviously, since all of you are teachers, you spend a prolonged amount of time standing up in front of classrooms, bending over to pick things up, walking around the classroom, even sitting down, grading papers, just doing things, even in everyday life. The first thing that I would like to address when decreasing the prevalence of back pain is postural issues. So obviously all of you at some point in the day for prolonged amounts of time stand in front of the class and teach. Back pain can normally it stems from improper posture. So what is posture? That's the first thing to make our posture better, is to identify what actually is proper posture. Rather that, we're going to discuss why proper posture is important for a healthy back. So first, with proper posture, it makes breathing easier by opening up your airways. So if you're hunched over, way back, your body's not in proper alignment for you to breathe correctly. So when you're in proper posture, that opens up your airways so you can breathe properly and normally, which allows for normal body function. The next thing is that it improves circulation as well as digestion. So proper posture allows your organs to assume their natural position, which allows them to operate on their normal abilities. When you have improper posture, bent over, way back, any type of improper posture, that's going to kind of congest all of your organs together or even separate them, put them out of alignment so that proper function is not allowed. The next thing is that it keeps your bones as well as your joints and muscles in alignment, allowing us to properly use our muscles for everyday activities. It reduces stress on these ligaments and allows for the muscles to work effectively and efficiently, decreasing the amount of energy that we're using, which allows us to operate normally on a daily basis, prevent muscle strains, prevent different injuries, tears that might occur because of improper posture. We don't think posture is causing this, we think that normal daily actions are causing this, but it all stems from proper posture. The last thing is that it maintains a healthy spine, which obviously is important for any activity, especially as we get older. The normal aging process takes our spine out of alignment due to this improper posture. So if we are going to have a healthy spine, a healthy life, have healthy movements, be able to engage in normal activities on a daily basis, then we need a healthy spine. And proper posture is going to allow us to maintain this healthy spine. So what I'd like for everyone here to do first is to identify what you believe to be proper posture is. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to talk amongst your groups to kind of identify some key traits of proper posture, and then we'll come back here in a few minutes. Alright, so now we're going to go around to each group, and I'd like for one member of each group to kind of identify the key traits that you saw or you think are important for proper posture. So the first thing with proper posture obviously is standing up tall and straight. We don't want to be hunched over at the waist, don't want to be hunched at the shoulders, don't want to be way back here. We just want to be standing up tall, straight, normal alignment, hands down to the sides. We don't want our hands pointed forward, backward, just relax them down to the sides, up tall and straight. The next thing is that our shoulder blades should be back and down. So a lot of times what we see is shoulder blades rolling forward or even an over excessively pulled back shoulder blades. So we don't want them backing up, we don't want them forward, we want them just back regularly and pull them a little bit down. The next thing is we want our stomach to be in. We don't want it way out here. That's going to cause some lordosis in our lower back, which we will get to in a second, but we want the stomach to be pulled in. The next thing is we want weight to be on the balls of our feet. We don't want to be way back here, don't want to be up on our toes, we just want to be nice and balanced on the balls of our feet. The next thing is our head level. Our head level should not be too far forward, shouldn't be too far backward, it should just be neutral, straight up and down, right here. As I said before, our arms should hang naturally down to our sides. We shouldn't be forward here, we shouldn't be backward, we shouldn't be in front of our body, we shouldn't be back. Just normal, down to the sides, palm facing our body. Right here, normal posture. The last thing with just basic proper postures, our feet should be shoulder width. So we don't want to be crossed over here. I know That might be a natural position for some people with increased hip flexibility. That's putting weight on one foot to take the weight off the other. Now we want feet shoulder width, strong base, so that everything from our feet up is in strong neutral alignment and nothing's off to the side. Feet shoulder width, that gives us the strong base so we can actually have this proper posture. While we believe that posture only pertains to standing positions, there are also ways to fix your posture while seated. It's just some cues that you can have in your head when sitting down, grading papers at home with the kids, sitting, watching TV. We can work on our posture while sitting as well. So do we have any thoughts on how we can increase our posture with a good sitting position? Are there any key traits that we think that we should be sitting with, or anything that should be in the back of our mind when sitting? Well, first thing, when engaging in a seated position, the chair here, there's a new fad where people are sitting on physio balls to kind of increase their core strength and upright neutral spine position. This is great as long as you can maintain that spine position the whole time while having a neutral spine, chest up, shoulders back, everything like that. But for this instance, we're just going to be using a normal chair. So while sitting, some key thoughts just to think, take brief walks. So while you're sitting, your hips are in constant flexion. This is not good, especially if this is repeated for long periods of time over the lifespan, which obviously it is. I will sit at a desk for 6 hours and do homework, sit in a car, which puts our hips in constant flexion. So every so often, stand up, make a conscious effort to walk around, get those hips in extension so that we can maintain proper posture. Next thing is switch sitting positions while you're actually sitting down. So a lot of you like to cross your legs over. That's fine every so often, but don't make a habit of it. So I'm here, sitting straight up, spine is neutral, my back is against the back of the chair. I'm sitting straight up, arms down to the side. Obviously we're at a computer. If you're grading papers, you're here. Try not to be arched over like this. Next thing, as I said before, don't make a habit of crossing your legs. Obviously it's okay, that's a decent hip stretch, but don't make a habit of crossing your legs for too long periods of time. Next thing is our feet should be touching the floor. They shouldn't be up. That puts us in an extreme hip flexion position. Make sure they're touching the floor. Again, feet shoulder width so that you have that strong base even while sitting, even if the weight's not on your feet. Next thing is relax your shoulders. Don't pull them way far back. Definitely shouldn't be forward. Just relax them down to the side. Obviously we're at a computer. That's okay. We're sitting here writing. That's fine as well. Just make a conscious effort to kind of relax your shoulders so they're not so tense, which is going to eventually over time, if they are tense like this, that's going to train our body to be in that position, which is going to make our muscles tight and just kind of lead to worse posture over time. The next thing is our back should be fully supported. As you can see here, I have the back of the chair. In this position, my back is fully supported. My lower back is against it, upper back here as well. I'm not leaning way forward. There shouldn't be this space in between your back and the chair. We should be right here. The next thing is that our thighs and hips should be supported as well. So as I said before with the physio ball, that's kind of tough for our thighs and hips to simultaneously be supported in that position. But in a normal chair, make sure that we're sitting down. My hips are supported, my thighs are supported, my feet are shoulder width, relaxed, good to go. Posture is going to improve over time if I think about these cues. So it can be very difficult to fix improper posture since we've kind of trained our bodies over time to assume this position. Some of us are born with skeletal abnormalities such as scoliosis, kyphosis, lordosis, different things like that. Kyphosis is a forward arching of the back. Lordosis is a backward arching of the back. And some of us are just kind of, we're born with these differences, which if you are, at some point in your life, I hope that you've seen a chiropractor, a massage therapist, something like that, so you can kind of attenuate the problems that are associated with this. But if you are, then there are some solutions to fix this without medical attention. The next thing that I would like to do is kind of go through the actual exercises that can be used to attenuate these differences. These exercises are going to target the muscle groups that are contributing to poor posture. so that we can strengthen them, loosen them up maybe if they're too tight, so that our body can actually assume this position. So over time, our bodies are going to be taught by the posture that we are enacting to maintain that position. So if I'm really far back here, that's obviously going to tighten up my back and loosen up my pec minors here in front, which is going to pull me way back. Or if I'm forward, then these muscles in the back are going to become really weak. My pec minor up here is going to be really tight, which isn't going to allow me to assume this natural position. So a few things that we can do, I'm going to go through now.